We'll continue with our pet portrait, and we don't need the grid lines anymore, so I will disable them on both of these images, and I can dismiss that panel. We don't need the underpainting panel anymore. We are going to need to create a new color set. It's a good idea to start with a few colors that we can obtain from a selection. That selection seems to have the full range of colors and values, so I will make new color set from selection. Yeah, we'll call it Cutie. Maybe 6 colors will be enough, but we can add more if we like. That has been provided for me now. There are some colors that I see are missing. Let me deselect that and use my eyedropper to get this bright orange and add that to the collection. Let's make this chocolatey brown also a member of the group. And I think there's an even lighter yellow, almost white, that is going to be helpful here. Is that the same as this one here? No, not really. So let me get that peachy color as well and add that to our color set. Now that's in there too. And this is probably enough for us to get started by adding blocks or big areas of color to the drawing. I'm going to use square grainy pastel, and I have the sandy pastel paper in my custom palette, which is a member of the default paper library. So let's go in there with some strokes that follow the contours of the forms as much as possible. I wonder if this color is something I should add to my collection. Well, it's kind of a green. Let's do that. Let's add that to the mix. And so now with that color and my square grainy pastel, let's see if I can get some interesting results from there. Here is more of the orange, and over here, I'm allowing some of the paper color to show through, and I'm not pressing too hard because I definitely want some of the graininess to be part of the results. And I will have some lovely highlights with that new pale yellow. Let's do the nose. That's a bit strong. Let's just do a little something down there. The nose is going to be this lovely orangey pink with some darker color on the shadow side. Let's add some more of those shadow colors here. Iterative save is going to allow me to do that. I'll just overwrite a previous version that came from another session. I'm going to do some smudging now. So I have a soft blender stump that I can use here, and I don't want to get too smooth. And I'm going to concentrate most of my work on the center, the eyes, nose, and mouth. And we can add some more strokes here with our square grainy pastel. I like this color here. I'm going to get this with the eyedropper. That's the color I want, a golden yellow. So let's add that to our color set. And with my square grainy pastel, I'm going to add some of that here and there. That might be a little too bright, so I'm going back to this color for that section there. I'm going to zoom in a bit and put in some more detail. I am going to make for some darker strokes around the muzzle here. Put in some smudging. I'll use the smaller smudge variant. I like to get a brighter reddish pink here, so with my eyedropper, grab that color. That's really lovely. Put that in for a dramatic color and switch to a smaller tool here so I can get more detail. Let's put in a little highlight there, and I want to create darker strokes for the outline of the nose. Let's do something more with the eye as well. Chocolate brown for this part of the eye. Add a highlight using my yellow. I'm going to do a little bit more with the other eye. Put in that highlight. Let's do another save. That's automatically made it the second stage. Put in some dark brown here with my eyedropper and add that to my color. Put in some of that with a smaller tool. Add some color around the eye and this one as well. Notice I'm following the contours of the forms. Move it over and work a little bit more on the other side here. I may be wanting to do a bit more smudging. I do want to work a little bit more on the muzzle, and there's more darks that need to be established here. Working with a smaller charcoal pencil, get really dark inside there. Orange underneath. A little bit more over here, and I'd like to put in some little whiskery bits there. And some more smudges. Get into the eye a little bit more here. Moving to my charcoal pastel once again for this very dark area. I'm going to use that orange with a small tool right there and smudge that a bit. And let me zoom out and see what that looks like. Time for some hairy, furry streaks. So let's put in some with my dull pastel pencil. Let's go like so, and here. Not too regular, mind you. So let's put in some orangey strokes. We're not looking for realism here so much. We're not concerned about making it look like a photo. Just smudge that one. So with a dull pastel pencil, using the pale yellow, we'll add some of these little hairy bits. That's coming right along. A little darker on that shadow side. We're really coming along here. Some orange and some russet. And a few smudges. Smudge this area here and add a bit more color. Let's put that darker tone in with a few strokes from hair. I am liking this result, so let me save it. Once again, iterative save. Put in a little bit of a background with my dull Conti. I'm going to choose that dark teal, switch to my brush tool once again, and go in there with some dull Conti strokes. Switching to the eyedropper by using my modifier key, and put in some background on the other side. I could eliminate some of the original sketch by drawing with the paper color. So let's put the paper color into our collection. And now using charcoal pencil, trim away some of that. It doesn't have to be completely cleaned up. We are fine with a lively look. Put in a few more hairs. More of a smudge here. We've got it. So I'm going to save once more and invite you to work with a photo of your own or the photo I've provided for you in your working files folder.